Code Geass is an anime about a prince named Lelouch v. Britannia, an ex-prince who is given a power to control over others with his eyes, which he uses in order to find out who killed his mom and destroy the empire that his family controls out of course, revenge. Without a doubt, this is one of my most favorite anime of all time. The way the plot keeps building on itself until it reaches an amazing level of both action and suspense, and outstanding soundtrack and animation that still beats most modern anime that have been coming out these past few years. And of course, the thing that everyone loves about the show, the main character Lelouch v. Britannia, who ties the show so perfectly together, and the cherry on top, of course, it's one of the best, if not the best endings in anime. Well, at least the ones I've seen anyway. After all, I haven't seen every anime, mainly because a good chunk of it is just harem slice of life. But anyway, I would just like to do what I'm sure no one online has ever done before, and that is point out the flaws in something popular. After all, no anime is perfect, even Code Geass.
違います。強制的な平和など、それは。悲しいね。まだ私をそのように。
Characters not dying. Code Geass has a very large cast of characters, and because this is a somewhat long, dark anime about terrorism, characters will die here and there, or rather not die, despite the fact that they really should be dead. One example of this is when a guy named Mao is killed by a firing squad controlled by Lelouch. Only later it is revealed that he survived the shooting because when Lelouch ordered the police officers to shoot Mao, he didn't tell them to shoot to kill, despite the fact that no one can survive that many bullets without dying, which actually drags down the show quite a bit because it takes away some of the emotional weight from some character deaths when they die from only one bullet. Problem number 2, Nina. Nina is, in my opinion, one of the most annoying characters that I've encountered in anime. The fact that she doesn't die, and what's worse is that she doesn't even get hurt, or at least get some form of punishment, is one of the worst aspects of the show, which I know sounds kind of sadistic, but she really deserved it after being such a constant annoyance throughout the entire series. With her pity-me personality and stalker mentality, and what's worse, doing some rather unfortunate things to a poor table.
永劫にわたって嘘が無駄だと悟った時、ペルソナはなくなる。理解さえし合えれば、争いはなくなる。刑事上学的な机上の空論だな。
Problem number 3, Geass World. Towards the end of the series, Lelouch's dad's end goal throughout the whole series turns out to be creating a perfect world through the creation of a thought elevator that will connect mankind to Geass World, which made no sense. Well, at least when I first watched it. Although I think I figured out what Lelouch's dad was trying to do after a while, and that was to make mankind reconnect with their dead by accessing mankind's collective unconscious, which would allow people to know the truth about each other, which would stop the problems of the world, since mankind is completely connected now. But the utter confusion I and others felt at the moment is something worth writing down as a problem due to the story explaining this idea quite terribly by going over such a kind of complex idea quickly. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But either way, it just really confused me.
I order you not to die!
Problem number 4, the OPs in general. I just don't like them, since it just doesn't really fit well with the atmosphere of the show, due to the music and images shown that make me feel like what I'm about to see is a show about a generic hero and his friends trying to save the world. Which makes them kind of jarring because the story of Code Geass is about Prince trying to fix the world using every means available. Although the animation for them do look very nice, well, at least for a few of them, and when I mean a few of them, I really just mean the first OP for both seasons. But what I'm pretty much trying to say is that a dark anime should have at least a somewhat dark OP, kind of like Death Note, which is the only thing Death Note has over Code Geass, because Code Geass is better than Death Note. Problem number 5, the fan service, but not for the reasons that most people usually say, like it's just pointless filler, or something to just keep the audience's attention away because the writer has no real trust in their own work, which is all arguably true, by the way, but rather the fact that it is really hard to recommend this show to non-anime fans, well, for me anyway, because with all the women body parts flying around, it might throw some people off of a really good show or grow them in a bias that all anime are like that, even if they do like it, which could end up hurting anime's reputation to a mainstream audience. Although these are all quite annoying problems coming from such a great anime, it still doesn't change the fact that Code Geass is a great anime. And thank you for having the attention span necessary to listen to me. Signing off for now.